welcome everyone. Thank you very much for joining me for this tarot read. All right, let's go ahead and jump in. So we'll see what the cards have today. So I'll let you know too, this is going to be a general read, so it might resonate with you, but it might not. That's just fine, guys. You'll know if this is your message because it's going to feel right. It's just going to fit your circumstance. See, exchanging gifts. Also, we are going to draw an energy card at the end of this read too. Hear it now. You know what's funny? I do feel like two energies. I feel two energies within this read, but one is almost like disconnected from the other. It's like there's a want to reach out, but somebody's not reaching out. Somebody's not reaching out. Conflict and chaos. This is like inside of someone. They're conflicted about reaching out. They're conflicted about telling somebody how they feel. What are they? I feel like they got to be afraid of something. Maybe afraid of rejection. Let's see what we got. Breathe. We have Yang. Yang tends to be a masculine energy. It also speaks of action and need to take action. And I feel like somebody is just not. Like they're just, it's like they're so afraid of what could go wrong. It's like they can't bring themselves to take action. I just keep getting pulled back to conflict and chaos. And what I feel is like a storm in somebody's mind about like thoughts about what could happen, what could go wrong. But I feel like they have strong feelings for someone. I get pulled back to the exchanging gifts. It's like they feel like both parties have a lot to offer each other. It's something they would very much like to explore. It's something... It's just like they don't feel good enough. This person feels like they don't feel good enough to reach out. That's what it is. It's like they think that this person they care for, have feelings for, admire, is like way up on this level, and they feel like they're way down here. This is how they feel on the inside, and this is why they can't seem to bring themselves to sort of reach out. They don't feel like it's a fair match. They don't feel like things are in balance. This is their perception now. Come to the edge actually tells them to take a leap of faith. That is what the cards are saying, imagine. I do feel like they've also, like, see, and that's why it's coming forward in the cards. Their thoughts are extremely focused on this. This is something that they spend a lot of time thinking about. As something they really want to make work. They have shit from the past too. This person does have shadow work they haven't done yet. This is part of their lower self-esteem. It's also why we have the here and now card. It's like this person is so terrified of like a repeat of the past because they haven't dealt with their past that they're too afraid to move forward and try for a new future. They're feeling like sort of stuck. Got a lot of cards here that speak of sort of like new beginnings. Embracing the future, embracing change, taking a risk, taking a chance. Truth be told, opening up your heart. Yeah, it's time to clean it up. It's time to get rid of that baggage from the past that is keeping somebody from reaching out to someone that they would very much like to connect with. It's like it's time to take stock of those feelings, of those thoughts, and are they really true or are they just crap? You know, we all have those things that we tell ourselves that are just kind of crap, and it kind of keeps us sort of feeling shitty about ourselves. It keeps us from moving forward. It keeps us from taking certain chances that we would like to take. And this person is definitely experiencing that. Peace. Yin. I do feel a softer energy coming from Yin. Is obviously the opposite of Yang, but definitely complementary. Sort of speaking of that softer side. I see like caring. I see nurturing. Just the word soft. And see, like nothing else fits it as well as the word soft does. This is who they're wanting to reach out to. This is somebody they see in this way, as somebody who they see in that like soft, caring energy. This is what they want to be near. It's like when they are near this person, they feel at peace. They feel like there could be peace for the future. Building blocks. They would definitely like to build with this person, that's for sure. Building blocks. Between worlds. I feel like they're at a crossroads too, and that's what the cards are saying. Like if you're wanting this future, if you're wanting to sort of start a new beginning, leave the past behind, not feeling sort of like trapped or stuck in all of these emotions, then it's like time to take action. It's time to embrace action. It's time to embrace change. You have to sort of deal with that shadow work and then be able to take a risk. Right? To put your heart on the line and take a risk, which is what somebody's struggling with. We're going to grab some Gilded Tarot too, because I want to know more about what's going on here in this situation. Nine of Wands. I do feel like this person had some pretty good hurts from the past too. This is part of the shit from the past that's keeping them back. They got burned really bad, and they might have gotten burned multiple times. I just know, like, I see in this Nine of Wands, like, absolutely exhausted, and I know that's what it has to do with. It has to do with things that happened in the past. It has to do with partnerships in the past. When I look at the Two of Wands too, I see the word, like, abandonment. So I do feel like they were left, like somebody stepped away from them in the past, and they did it in a very unkind way. I feel like they've been struggling to sort of build themselves back up. This might be sort of like financially in their living situation, because I feel like at least that's part of it. But there's definitely emotions here too, but the emotions are still there. It's like that part of it hasn't come clear. We're still in this Nine of Swords. We're still struggling to find clarity, still struggling to sort out those thoughts, those emotions, and to be able to recognize self-worth. This person is still struggling with that self-worth. And what they would really like is a companion though. This person, and the person who they found, who this yin energy represents, this soft feminine energy represents, this is someone they very much want to build with. This is someone who they're very interested in. But it's like all this shit from the past, these things that they haven't healed yet, it has the potential to hold them back, to keep them from achieving what they want, which is, it is making contact with this Empress, it is putting their heart on their line, it is building with this Empress. This Empress is this yin energy. This is this soft, nurturing energy. This is how they view this person. They view this person like an Empress. Very much admire them. Everything about them they find extremely attractive. I do think they're worried about getting their heart broken again. They're worried about getting rejected. They're worried about putting themselves out there and then feeling the way that they felt in the past, because it was so hurtful. And obviously this person has not moved past it yet. I do feel like they see this Empress in like a Nine of Pentacles case. So whoever this Empress is, she is very independent. She is very empowered. Anybody who would see her would think that she is happy, she is comfortable in her own skin, she loves her life, she has a love of life. It's like she embraces everything around her, and everything is like an opportunity. I can actually feel a very positive, optimistic energy coming off her. She's someone everyone would be drawn to. If you weren't romantically drawn to her, you would want to at least be her friend. You would want to be within her company. This is just who she is. She sort of draws people in. I see strength in the Chariot card. She has a lot of inner strength too, and it shines through. It's like, I don't know if she's in a leadership position too, but she feels like she could be. Like, she just has her shit together. She knows what's going on. She can make things happen. She is confident and she is capable. He would very much like to be noticed by her. Very much so. But his fear of the past is holding him back. That Death card. Again, we got like transition. We got like close the door on one chapter. Begin a new one. It's time for a new beginning. All these cards are encouraging this person to sort of step forward and take a chance. To heal from the past, to let the past go, let this tower from the past go, and look to the future. Look to the future that they want to build. That's what's going to help them to turn their wheel of fortune, because I do feel like the cards are saying this person is actually responsible for turning their own wheel of fortune in the way of romance. It's like if they're always hanging on to this tower from the past, they're never going to be able to move to an abundant future. Five of Pentacles. To them, it's like... I said, to them, it's like a void. It's like a void. It's like something that's missing in their life. This person values having a relationship. This person, they are very much ready for that stage of their life where they want to build with a companion. This is something that's very important to them. Ten of Swords. I do feel like we're dealing with this King of Cups too. I do feel like this is who's having these issues. He's a softer energy as well, but I believe it's because of the emotional stuff that he's been through. He might even be, I'm going to try and pick up on his energy as much as I can. Cups does represent water signs when it comes to the zodiac, a Cancer, a Scorpio, or a Pisces. So I'm trying to pull more of his personality traits. He might be a little bit more creative, but I do feel like quiet. like quiet. I don't know if people notice him a lot, or if I don't think he participates in conversations a whole lot either. But it's like nobody dislikes him. He's just kind of like there, he's kind of quiet, and I feel like there's a level of like him stepping back from other people. So like if he was a little bit more outgoing, if he found the confidence to be more outgoing, I think he would be more involved in what goes on around him. Like people would be happy enough to include him, because I feel like he's decent enough to be around. I don't get any negative vibes off of him. I just get this vibe of like, stay back. I feel like this is part of him trying to protect his heart, is that he kind of keeps people at an arm's length, but he doesn't like being alone. He doesn't. He wants to have a companion in his life. He wants to have that company. He wants to build. 10 of Cups. He wants to have a 10 of Cups. He wants abundance in the home life. And again, that's like with somebody. Everybody's got different ideas of sort of what that means to them. For this King of Cups, it is having a partner. It is having a partner and building a life with a partner. That would make a lot of sense that she would come forward as a Queen of Pentacles too, because that Queen of Pentacles is all about self-confidence and capability. Sometimes she can be somebody who is definitely in a leadership position, and she can sort of keep a lot of shit together. She can run a lot of shit. She's very capable, very competent, and very confident within herself. Lots of self-confidence and successful. This is who he wants to build with. But his burdens are holding him back. 4 of Wands. Holding back, holding back. He's holding himself back from having his 4 of Wands. He's holding himself back from building. The cards just keep saying the same thing. I don't know if he's watching and he's having a hard time sort of absorbing it, and that's why the cards keep saying it over and over again. I feel like the cards want him to have a future. Okay. This is where it came from. This is what he had to move on from. This Queen of Swords. I get a very cold energy off of her. She's somebody who was cruel to him. She's somebody who is very cruel to him. She might have lied. She might have cheated. She was very mean. And then I feel like she just sort of like ditched him and just left him. Like no explanation, or did it in a very cruel way. Said something very nasty, and then she just up and left. She was very impulsive. I don't feel like she thought much about his feelings. It was like, what makes her feel good? She just went with whatever made her feel good. She definitely left a scar in her wake. And he's still dealing with the emotions of it. I'll tell you what these cards are talking about, though. These cards are saying he's better off without her. And that he's looking at it like obviously it hurt, right? It hurts when people treat us like shit. Having her out of his life opens up a space for somebody beautiful like this Queen of Pentacles who he admires to come in. So having this Queen of Swords gone is actually doing him a favor, because she was taking up space where she didn't belong, and she hadn't earned the right to be there. You know, she was not a decent partner. She was not somebody who could build with. She was not somebody who could ever give him what he wanted, because she was selfish. She's this Page of Swords. She is selfish. She is vain. She is self-centered. And she just hurts people where she goes, because she is all about herself. She could never give him what he needs and what he wants. And now that she's gone, it's like there's this free space. There's this free space for somebody who does belong to stand by his side. Somebody who can measure up to what he needs and what he wants. And I feel like there's a need to sort of like shift perspectives. You know, instead of feeling like it's this loss and this person hurt, you know, they hurt you when they left, is like, now you're gone. Now I don't have to deal with your bullshit anymore. Now I'm free. I'm single, and I can look for somebody better. And I have space in my life for somebody better. It's like using this time where he's sort of solo to be able to find that balance, that shift in perspective, to be able to boost up his self-esteem, to be able to really dig deep into that shadow work, to find that self-love, and to recognize his own worth and everything that he does have to offer to a partner. I see that here too. It is time for a new cycle. It's time for a new cycle. It's time to cut ties to the past, because the past is only going to hold him back from moving forward from the future. It's time to love himself. It's time to recognize his own worth. And it's time to move forward with confidence. That is what I see in these cards. Six of Wands is like recognizing all his qualities. Instead of looking at this Queen of Pentacles like she's way the hell up here and he's like way down here. It's like if he really stopped and thought about it objectively, he would recognize that he stands exactly where she does. He has just as much to offer as this Queen of Pentacles does. Yeah, there it is. Fool card, new perspective and leap of faith. It's time to take a leap of faith. To not, like I said, I even reaching it out to his energy, reaching out to that card, trying to pull something forward, I just felt like, stop, like back off, back off. Like he holds everybody at an arm's length. It's time to open up. It's time to open up and shine, because even people would want to be his friends. I don't think he realizes how much people would enjoy being around him. Beautiful. The Emperor. That's the perfect last card for this read. The Emperor is like, this is his time to come into his Emperor energy. It's a time to recognize all those qualities that he has about himself. I know sometimes we can be really critical of ourselves. I had some good advice once. It was like sort of try and look at yourself through someone else's eyes. Imagine for a moment that you are your best friend. What would you say to your best friend about their good qualities? You know, think about yourself like that. That's what this king needs to do. And I think he's going to recognize that he's not just a king. He is an emperor. You know, he's on the same level as that Queen of Pentacles who he admires so much. He has so much to give and so much to offer. He only has to change his perspective to see himself in that way. And I think it's going to give him the confidence to open up to other people, not just her, but others around him too. We are going to grab a tarot token. It's kind of going to sum up our read here. So we'll flip it over together. What do we got? We have the Hierophant. And again, that Hierophant is about that introspection. So taking that time to sort of look within, which is absolutely what these cards keep saying over again. It is time to look within. It's time to find clarity about who you really are and what your self-worth is. I think you'll be extremely surprised in the shift of view when you can see the truth and you can see how valuable you are. Alrighty guys, I hope that you enjoyed that read. If you did, please hit that like, that subscribe. It definitely helps the channel out. Have a great day.